Arsenal Fan TV, America, Arsenal Football Club. Welcome back. Welcome back to all of the fans, all the soccer fans from around the world, all the loving football fans. Hey, you know, we all love this, and that's why we're here. That's why we watch these games, and that's why it's sometimes very emotional. It's very excited. Today's game, congratulations to all the Arsenal fans around the world. I have to start by saying that because, you know, yesterday we had an episode and I talked to you about the importance of this game and the intensity of this game. And I have to match it by coming out right after that and saying, congratulations, all the Arsenal fans. What a game. What a game. Before we go on forward, don't forget if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully like and share. And again, thank you very much for watching. Yes, Arsenal played Liverpool earlier today at the Emirates Stadium, and they were able to beat the top of the Premier League now, currently, Liverpool Football Club, with Jurgen Klopp, their departing manager. Arsenal were able to beat them 3-1 on the day. Now, lots to talk about. Is the win convincing? It's 3-1. It has to be convincing. Let's just start by saying that. Because if we come out and beat Liverpool or Man City or, you know, any of the big six on any given Sunday or on any given day, then that's a big win, right? No matter what we did in the game, it really doesn't matter. However, with that being said, you know, of course it's great for you to win an important game, you know, playing great football, right? So we'll see. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about how the game went and chances, who had more of the ball, who had more shots. But before we do all that, let's talk about the lineups, right? Interesting. Of course, you know, David Raya, again, we're stuck with him. So it is what it is. We move forward. He is the number one now. Mikel Arteta is 100% sold. In front of him, Gabriel and William Saliba's partnership. Hopefully it stays forever unchanged. And also the left back and the right back, your regular Zinchenko and Ben White. Now go to the midfield. Yesterday, if you watched, you know, the episode, I specifically said, hopefully not Georgie. Hopefully not Jorginho, right? And Jorginho came on to partner in the middle with Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. Now listen, let me talk about the positives of that first. We played 4-2-1-3. Yes. Sometimes it was 4-2-4, and sometimes it was 4-4-2. Defending, when they came at us, you saw Martin Odegaard staying in the front when Kai Havertz was the front man. They're staying up front, and then they have four midfielders behind him, and then four defenders behind them to close, you know, the midfields and the lines. Liverpool were in the greatest on the day in the first half, so it really worked very well. It worked in Arsenal's favor. You know, it was something new. 4-2, you have two holding midfielders sitting in front of your four defenders. That's respect, you know, respect to the other team. And you're playing conservative. I don't want to be conceding any goals, and hopefully I get one or two goals. And we know that Liverpool-Arsenal always, that's a high-scoring game, so they'll score. Both teams play, you know, offensive, direct football, and they both go to goal and they wanna score. So that was the positives of that we're playing two holding midfielders. However, Declan Rice by himself on the day can be two holding midfielders. His presence in front of defense can be two holding midfielders. Because of how good Declan Rice is, he made Jorginho look okay. But Jorginho looked just okay in the first, let's say, 15, 20 minutes, right? And then after that, went back to good old Georgie. Couldn't run a lot. Passes weren't complete. He yelled and shouted a lot, so communication, he did really good. But Declan Rice, wow. Hats off to this young man. He really did every time Jorginho did a mistake, Declan Rice went and corrected it. And of course, William Saliba and Gabriel behind, they're lethal. So that was the midfield partnership today, the two holding Declan Rice and Jorginho. And ahead of them was Martin Odegaard that tried to work with the front men. Bukayo Saka on one side, Martinelli on one side, and through the middle at this time was Kai Havertz. Not bad. I like that diamond up front. When they jive together, they were lethal. So let's go directly to the game, and let's talk about these players, how they, jive together and how they do individually. We'll start by the goalkeeper, David Raya. He definitely had a mistake that cost the goal. His confidence, lack of confidence. Any goalkeeper at home in his 18, very aggressive. Meaning, how aggressive? Ball comes clear, he's the first one running at it. Ball in the 18, he runs at it and throws himself at it. He didn't do that. William Saliba's trying to hold the defender. Gabriel, of course, thought he's going to do that and pick it up, but too late. So, of course, the Liverpool player hit it. Gabriel coming back took it in his... Because, again, Gabriel thought he's just going to cover the goal. He didn't think, David Raya's not going to get to it. But anyways, it is what it is. Absolutely 100% non-negotiable goalkeeper's mistake. Definitely. So, moving forward, the back four. I thought Zinchenko had an okay 15 minutes also to start the game. But I wouldn't put Zinchenko anywhere near Liverpool. Listen, let's go back to the history of Arsenal, the Gael Clichy, the Gibbs of the world. Let's go back to these left backs that played for Arsenal forever. We always had, the Lauren of the world, the Bakary Sagna, on the right-hand side. And Lauren, of course, don't forget that. Lee Dixon. We had a lot of good right and left backs, always. Zinchenko is great going forward. He's more of a defensive midfielder, but not the last man or a left back per se. I don't know if he is good at that position. That's why a lot of mistakes come from that side, and a lot of teams play that way on that side. So you have to have a natural lefty that's great. So hopefully when Jurrien Timber comes back, this is not a conversation we're going to have. But Mikel Arteta did the right thing again today with the substitutes, and early took Zinchenko out and substituted him with young Jacob Kiwior, which in my mind did exceptional. Well, I give him 8 out of 10, right? Zinchenko, 5, 6 maybe, because a couple of passes he did, but really in medium. I mean, nothing extraordinary. William Saliba, again, always for me between 8 and 9. Same today. Maybe a mistake here or there, maybe a pass too slow, but the young man is class. We see that. I give him a 9 out of 10. Gabby, a couple of mistakes again and almost got his red card. So let's watch our nerves. I'll give him maybe also another, 9. To beat Liverpool, you have to get those high ratings. And thank God that our goalkeeper maybe was a 7, but I wouldn't say 7. I would say even 8. I wouldn't take him all the way back because of that mistake. But his distribution today to Martinelli and setting him away was great too. So I got to give it to David Raya for that. Now, Ben White, wow. Again, 9 out of 10 for Benny White. I mean, the first half, the way he was going around the Liverpool players was amazing to see between them, around him. He was coming back quick, shutting down. Even the second half, we see him, beginning of the second half, I thought they would score because Ben White is not a squick, right? But he stops, turns, stops that ball, stops the shot on goal. Beautiful to see. Great by Ben White. Martin Odegaard, I don't know. He was frustrated, maybe 7.5, 8. Look, maybe I'm critical of Martin Odegaard. When I go to midfield and I'm just rating, I look at Jorginho. I'm going to give Jorginho a 6. I give Declan Rice a 10. Yes, 10. There's nothing he could have done to better his game. He did everything. But now go to Martin Odegaard real quick. And that's, again, my problem. Who captained Arsenal? Who was in that position before? Cesc Fabregas, of course, comes to my mind right away because of his excellence. Can't compare him with Martin Odegaard. Sorry. Not even put him in the same sentence. Recently, they compare him with Mesut Ozil or said he is the new Mesut Ozil. No. Let's take that back. We're sorry, Mr. Ozil. Yeah, if you're watching, we're very sorry. We're not. Nobody's, number one, you cannot compare Mesut Ozil with anyone. That's number one. That's the guy that had more than Iniesta and Xavi. Let's just put it this way: assists in less games, more goals, more everything, but just not talked about as much for some reason because he didn't play for Barcelona or whatever the reason they're against him for. But no one is like Özil. So for you to say that Odegaard is close to Özil, sorry, he's not. He's not close to Cesc Fabregas as a captain. He's not even close to Thomas Vermaelen as a captain. He's not close as Thierry Henry when he was a captain, Dennis Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira. I mean, who else? Even Robin Van Persie that, betrayed us in my mind and went to Man United was a better captain. Aubameyang was a better captain. Anyone that captained that club, Granit Xhaka, of course, let's not forget this guy because this guy did really a lot for Arsenal. He was a solid player year in and year out in the middle of changing coaches and this and that and changing players and going through so many different styles of plays. Granit Xhaka kept it together as a captain. He was really, fantastic for the club. So thank him for all, what he did. But look at these captains, right? Even when Theo Walcott, which we saw today, Olivier Giroud, all these captains were better than. And Olivier Giroud actually was sitting also in the stands. Once a gunner, always a gunner. They always come to watch. It's a great place to be. We heard the Emirates today. I mean, when I heard our song around the stadiums, tears came in my eyes when I'm watching here in front of the TV. Very emotional game. And like I said yesterday, we needed that as Arsenal fans. We needed to compete, keep competing, tell everybody, no, we're not going anyway. This was great. Great watch. Anyways, let's go back to our players' rating. So that's why I rated Odegaard very low. I think the lowest is him and Bukayo Saka. I don't know what's wrong with Bukayo Saka still. I know he scored the first goal, but the header he missed. These are not opportunities we should be missing, that header. It's right there. You're ahead of the player. You were so worried about him, you couldn't hit the ball in the empty net. You're right in the middle. I mean, if you hit it this way, or that way, or that way, or this way, it went in. But he didn't. He completely missed it. Or just hit his, head while it's going out. So, I wasn't impressed by Bukayo Saka's performance. I know. Hopefully he's okay. He got substituted in the 79th minute here. Hopefully he's all right. You tell me, how did he do? Maybe because of the goal, I'll say 8. Martinelli, 9. 9, maybe 9.5. I don't know. Maybe 9. Yes, 9.5. He's very close to 10. I mean, him and Declan Rice were exceptional today. You could see how this young man is an exceptional talent. Hopefully, we keep growing him and keep making him better. Not go the other way like Bukayo Saka, which is in my mind. Hey, again, he scored today. Great job, Bukayo. We love you. Keep doing that, but we need you to come back to your best. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging what you do and praising you for it and thanking you for it, but also reminding you that you need to be better in general. You're not the same Bukayo Saka that was, a year ago or 6 months ago. I think I see you more on the decline. So hopefully, you can come back to your best because we know, young man, you're the most talented, most valuable Arsenal player to the club, to us fans, to a lot of people. So we need you. We need you for the long haul, but we need you better. We need you to get better, find your rhythm back, and do much better. Kai Havertz, again, I will go 8. I never gave him an 8 before, but today he was exceptional. So an 8 for him is almost like a 9, 9.5 to any average Arsenal player. He had to work harder to get that. But great by Kai Havertz. We also saw Leandro Trossard came in and scored. So let's stop real quick and talk about the goals. First goal, 14 minutes. 14 minutes gone by. That's the first goal from Bukayo Saka. Thank God he was able to take that rebound and he was onside. So it was actually a shot by Kai Havertz that I thought, because it was him in the goal, is going to score. He was almost on a one-on-one situation. He shot it. Alisson stopped it. The rebound, Bukayo Saka left foot, scored it, was not offside. 14 minutes, Arsenal 1-0 up. Going all the way to the end of the half, 48th minute, we had some sort of shambolicness that happens in front of the goal. Like I said, David Raya did not come out to collect while Saliba's holding the player and Gabriel striking back. Goalkeeper didn't do his job, failed to do so. Unfortunately, deflected off by the Liverpool player who was poked, but deflected off Gabriel, our player, and it went in. So 1-1, unfortunately. And then we come in the second half. And hey, listen, we give Arsenal players our ratings and what we think, they did. But if you go to Liverpool and you give Virgil van Dijk 5, now you know probably why we won the game. Mistakes from him today were lethal. And the first one cost the second goal by Martinelli. Ball got played all the way from the back. Gabriel, a great ball across, lands where? Right in between Alisson and Virgil van Dijk. Martinelli comes running, kept running because anything can happen. Virgil van Dijk does what? He actually tried to hit Martinelli, try to stay strong, and he knows he's strong, but Martinelli's shoulder was too strong for him. He wasn't expecting it. He gets knocked out. He knocks himself into who? His goalkeeper, Alisson. Martinelli finds the ball, falls kindly for him, and he just scores. Wow! Second goal, just because he kept going. And of course, Trossard, like we said, came in actually from Martinelli, and he was able, the 92nd minute, to score Arsenal's third goal, which was actually a deflection of who? Virgil van Dijk. But it was a great play by Trossard, and he took that ball, turned everyone, ran to the corner, and then ran towards goal. Nobody was coming. He couldn't make it. So he takes the shot, deflects off Virgil van Dijk, and goes beneath Alisson. And Arsenal 3-1. Wow. Unbelievable. Hey, listen, what's funny is if we look at the stats, Arsenal had 15 shots. Liverpool had 10. So Arsenal had more shots. But 290 accurate passes for Arsenal out of 376 that Arsenal passed. There was 298 accurate passes versus 512 passes Liverpool tried, and there was 430 of them. Therefore, 84%, right, passing accuracy for Liverpool, 79% for Arsenal. They had the ball position more, 57% for them, 43% for us. But our execution. And let me take you to the beginning of the game real quick because you have to watch it. You must watch the first half for Arsenal. I know we went 1-1, but that was not fair. It was just a deflection, again, goalkeeper mistake, no harm, no foul. But watch how Arsenal came out, scooping balls in. I'm talking about every single episode, go and watch our Arsenal Fan TV America, every episode. I'm talking about these balls top of the defense. Jorginho, Declan Rice, everybody was doing it today. And it was wonderful to see something new. We were going in a 4-2 formation. That's something new. We started the game different, not that 3-2 that we always do. I loved to see that. I love to see Arsenal fighting. The energy of the game, the level of energy in the game, the level of communications, the Emirates Stadium, the players, everyone was just going on all cylinders. So it was wonderful to watch. If you see Arsenal's first half, you know what I'm talking about. They dominated. They played our good old Arsenal's way, where we dominate, we have the football, and if we lose it, we go get it. What a game. What a game. Let's now go to the Premier League table, where we see Arsenal are where? They're second, right beneath or right behind Liverpool. So as you can see on the table, Liverpool is the number one team. They're still leading. They played 23. They have 51 points. Arsenal also played 23, but have 49 points. So you could see it. 2 points. 2 points. They have more difficult games than we do in my eyes. We just have to beat City. Now, City have 21 points, if you saw on the schedule, and they have 2 games on hand with 46 points currently. So if they win their 2 games, guess what? They'll go above both Liverpool and Arsenal. We'll see what happens next. It's very interesting to see, City sitting with 2 games in hand. They're doing good. Haaland is back. So they're almost back to their full, power. And they become very, very lethal then. However, today Arsenal were the lethalest of teams. They beat Liverpool 3-1. They made a statement. They won the fight. They showed how good of football they can play. Arsenal Football Club, come on, you Gunners. Let's stay doing that. Let's be consistent every single game. Thank you very much for watching. Congratulations, Arsenal Football Club. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. and we'll see you the next episode. Take care now.